Check Coughzilla's latest video. Am I even allowed to watch this? Oh my Lanta.
Famous live streamer Ice Poseidon just scammed his followers for up to $500,000, and I'm going to prove it. He personally profited $300,000 by stealing money out of a crypto scheme that he set up. And when I confronted Ice Poseidon, who's better known by his real name, Paul Danino, about this scam, he was shockingly honest. You want to keep the money that's not yours, that you took from the project, even though you failed to deliver.
I mean, I'm not really sure what you want me to say, but yeah.
I'm trying to get you to return the money because it's 100% still available and you could do that.
Yeah, I could give the money back. It is within my power. But I'm going to look out for myself and not do that. I don't know what else to say. That's just the most honest answer.
Now, these influencer scams are becoming more and more.
Dude, why the fuck didn't I do this shit? I'm so stupid, dude. I'm so dumb. Why the fuck didn't I? If Ice got $500,000 from you stupid, dumb motherfuckers, why the fuck didn't I get involved with this shit? I'm an idiot, man. I could have made millions of dollars quick. And then, you know what? I'll take the fucking Pokemon box instead of the contract, all right?
More common, in part because of how easy they are to pull off. Ice Poseidon's scheme apparently took him only 2 weeks of work to set up before he apparently got...
All right, let's stop right there. 2 weeks of work for a streamer chat is 25 minutes.
Bored with the project and decided to stop working on it and just took the money. Like, seriously, how long did you work? I'm just curious.
Well, like you said, it was a fork, so, I don't know, a couple weeks.
Couple weeks, $300,000. It's a nice chunk of change. Now, I pleaded with Paul, or Ice Poseidon, to return the money that he stole, in part appealing to the guilt that he was taking money from his fans who were all much worse off than him. Ice Poseidon's response was that he didn't like how that made him sound. I don't know if you're aware of the fact that your average fan has way less money than you. So you're just taking from poor people. Like, you understand that, right?
That is definitely not... That is not a good way to put it. That's a pretty shitty way to put it, my dude.
I think it's a pretty shitty thing to do. From the very beginning, this story shocked me, but...
At least he's giving you an opportunity, chat. When I ask for Twitch Primes and Tier 1s, I'm literally just stealing your fucking money.
Especially the twist at the end that I can't tell you about yet. But what I can tell you is that this is my most in-depth investigation yet into influencer greed, cryptocurrencies gone wrong, and the blockchain. Now, I know it's been a while, so let me remind you, this is the $10 Million Studio. I'm your host, Coughzilla, the internet detective, and well, it's good to be back.
Wow! Wow! Butter!
In order to understand what happened with Ice Poseidon, we have to rewind the clocks back.
Listen, dude, if you were still fucking following around Ice Poseidon and shit like in 2022, you gotta be a fucking idiot, dude. Come on, chat. It's 2022, baby. Like, what the hell?
The story started when Ice Poseidon first got into crypto.
I invest in like shitcoin, like a lot of the you put money in and then you sell in like 20 minutes when it pumps.
Ice Poseidon first got into crypto just buying a lot of meme coins. But like many influencers, he quickly realized
crypto,
gambling
Bitcoin
on another person's coin is a sucker's game. The fast, easy money is actually in getting other people to gamble on your coin.
All right, chat, I'm being dead honest here. Dead ass, get some W's in chat. If I made a crypto coin, would you guys buy it? What if I promised I wouldn't sell it for the first 20 minutes? Fuck no. You know what? I might do it just to see if you got... What if I'm going to make a crypto coin, okay? I'm going to make a crypto coin, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to nonstop tell you that I'm going to steal your money. I'm going to pull the rug. Let's see how many idiots are so dumb that when I'm telling them I'm going to pull the rug, that I literally am, let's see how much money I make if I just tell you I'm going to pull the rug. We should do it. I should just try it. I'm just going to keep telling you I'm going to pull the rug. I'm going to make money off this. And then, you know what? Can you be mad? I told you the truth the whole time.
Now, this moment is important. It's the moment Ice Poseidon realized what a gold mine it could be to start his own scam.
She takes my
You're telling
money.
me I could create a CX coin and then people could buy it because I could say that the community is super strong and then I could sell it in 10 seconds and make $10 million. What the f am I doing?
Ice Poseidon would later say that the clip you just watched was a joke and that the idea
It's
of
a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
was just a bit he played up for the audience. But That core idea that he was missing out on a huge opportunity to make a ton of money was real, and it nagged at him. And pretty soon, he decided to start his own coin.
CX Coin is the one to choose. I'm the founder of CX Coin. My name's Paul Zanino, and I decided to make a community-driven token that I'm personally going to be a part of.
Now, almost immediately, this got a lot of attention. Obviously, given his past comments about sort of scamming people were understandably skeptical of this. And it came out right after Save the Kids, and you would have thought that myself and other people like Mudahar would have talked about this whole thing, but
Fuck it, dude. No, dude, that's actually terrible, Paul. What's going on, man?
Poseidon was working incredibly hard behind the scenes, which is something I need you guys to understand. He was contacting people like myself and pleading with us that he was just joking back then, and he was serious about this coin. He wasn't about to pull off a scam like Save the Kids. He was different. He even mentioned in live streams that Save the Kids was going to make what he was about to do much harder.
I know about the phase coin, Steezy. That's why I'm trying my best to be as transparent as possible. I've been working on this for like a month now, and I wasn't going to let that drama stop me, but it definitely makes it a little bit more difficult.
Ice Poseidon repeatedly told skeptics that he couldn't rug this coin if he wanted to. He had locked all his money up in a smart contract. He told me that in DMs. He said, "Don't worry, no rug here. All the money is locked." Lol. And look, I have to admit, I was busy at the time with some other investigations, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt, something that I obviously regret now. But periodically, I would hear, complaints from his community that they thought something was off. But every time I'd go to Ice, he would immediately respond. Just immediately. And he always gave me something that sort of sounded reasonable. And I later learned he was doing the same thing with everyone who said something negative about CX Coin. In fact, he got a Dextero article killed about CX Coin being a scam. I mean, I even asked him about this at the time, and he said this: Dextero article went up and then down. Did you see that? Yeah, I emailed Dex proof I wasn't scamming. So leaving that up, quoting a Twitter with 2 likes is a bit unfair to me. The point I'm trying to make is he was playing the PR game hard, telling everybody he was different. He even gave me his wallet addresses and told me to hold him accountable. He wasn't going to do anything shady. And everyone's
all right, I'm done, dude. Ice wouldn't do that.
Try hard 7 what up camera guy.
Sort of felt like, okay, maybe he's
I get up from my desk for 1 minute and you somehow slip that in. I'm gonna permaban your fucking ass. Mods!
doing something different. Maybe everything he's been saying was, just a joke.
Dude, if I see $1 million, I'm selling. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna be like, I'll hold for you guys, bro. I see $1 million in my portfolio, I'm out.
Not gonna lie, that looks bad, but I'm gonna be really generous here and give Ice the benefit of the doubt. That clip probably was a joke, and it was probably made before he was actually thinking about making CX Coin into a real thing.
Chat, if you get involved with any of these cryptocurrencies or coins and you think you're gonna become a billionaire overnight, just wait for my coin to come out, chat. It's coming out in March.
Time moved on, I and many other people sort of forgot about CX Coin until January, when I decided to take a break for a little while. And while I was off, I couldn't help.
You know what's the thing, chat? I do believe this. Like, if someone like S-Fan made like a coin and did the same thing, but he just laughed the entire time, I don't think people would care. I just don't think, if S-Fan was there laughing the entire time, like Retcoin and shit, and memed it up, and then he did like green screen stuff behind him, like going over the charts and stuff, I actually think no one would care.
Help but feel that there was something else going on. I just had a hunch I had to look back. So with my free time, I joined the CX Coin Telegram and started tracing back the wallets that Ice Poseidon had given me so transparently. And pretty soon I found out that, well, he gave me the wrong crypto wallets. Whoops. He gave me the DX Sale wallet instead of his personal wallet, which didn't tell me anything. For example, one of those things he didn't tell me was the fact that he took out $200,000 from the liquidity pool at the very beginning, which is directly at odds with what Ice Poseidon told me himself when I asked. He said, "Don't worry, all the money is locked up, except for $200,000, I guess." But it also hid another story, which was the misappropriation of the so-called marketing wallet. Now, according to CX Coin's own white paper, the marketing wallet was to be used exclusively to, quote, fund marketing campaigns in the cryptocurrency market. But in the Telegram, there was another story going on. Ice Poseidon was complaining that he had spent money on an ad campaign and it It just hadn't helped. Quote, we spent 53K on a BTOC and it
That's not me.
hasn't really helped. The wallet is limited. He berated people who complained. You want me to spend 30K on stuff that doesn't help? Or you want me to think about the best ways to use marketing money? Exactly. You can't use the marketing money on, well, marketing. Instead, the money seemed to go somewhere else. Shortly after this coin launched, Ice Poseidon bought himself a brand new Tesla. This video was published July 24th. And as he said, he bought it a week ago, putting it right around the time that he launched the coin and realized he had suddenly gotten a lot of money to his.
Now, I don't want to say this, chat, okay? I don't like talking bad about previous employers, all right? It's just not what I do. This just makes me sad.
But I'm sure all that money is locked up, right? Apparently not. And here's the interesting thing. The longer things went on, Ice Poseidon just sort of gotten more and more brazen with the way he used the money. Right? At first, it was just sort of sitting around. Then he started sending it to cash out wallets. And eventually I calculated that there's roughly $250,000 missing from that marketing wallet. But that's not all. Ice Poseidon had tricked his followers at this point by getting them to buy into a vision of a long-term project. The whole idea was that this was going to be a donation platform for streamers and that it would take a while to build. He kept reiterating this again and again.
I mean, this is a long-term project. I'm trying to, we're making a donation platform, so I'm going to put that on my stream, and this coin will just be around for the entirety of my streams.
He said this a lot in the Telegram too. You know this is long-term, right? Thanks, guys. I assume everyone is in it for the long haul. Anyone who invests in something should...
Dude, long haul on these crypto things is like 2.5 weeks.
No, this was a long-term project, so 1 week is not going to see results.
2.5 weeks, though, will.
Now, later, I would find out this was a lie.
Whoa.
Ice Poseidon did not see this as a long-term project. He actually gave up after 2 weeks. But I think I'm getting a little ahead of myself. The point is,
Didn't make it to 2.5.
Ice was getting brazen. He was increasingly intolerant of people who called him a scammer, saying they just hadn't done their research. He even brought my name into it, saying he had talked to CoffeeZilla, maybe implying that I had cleared him.
And I've talked to these fucking people, CoffeeZilla. I've talked to these guys. I showed them the coin. I showed them everything. And, they're giving me the benefit of the doubt. So obviously they would call me out if it was a scam.
Now, I'm going to be honest, this really pissed me off. Ice Poseidon was using my name to try to imply that he was legit, when in actuality, he had just fed me false information about his coin and begged me not to talk about it. But amazingly, the final piece of this puzzle wouldn't fall into place until a few days ago. As I said, Ice had been getting more and more bold, thinking, I guess,
Damn, Ice,
that
you look
he had
good.
gotten away with this. And on January 22nd, 2022, using his wallet that he didn't tell me about, he drained the liquidity pool, essentially killing his own coin and taking the money from his investors. To be specific, he drained about 90% of the funds, which is about $300,000. Now, for important context, liquidity pools are how you get money out of crypto, right? You can't just cash out a coin like CX coin, right? You can't buy groceries with it. Someone has to be willing to trade you that coin for something that, sort of has value. So coins like this rely on something called liquidity pools, a big sort of pot of money. And what Ice Poseidon did, using the fact that he created this coin, he rug pulled 90% of that from his community, which meant that that's $300,000 that his investors would not be able to get back out. And at this point, I simply had enough. This was a scam. He had lied to me from the beginning.
Chat, don't look at the glass 90% empty, okay? There was still 10% left for those around.
And he had lied to others about it, and I wanted to confront him, but I couldn't let him know that I knew anything. Otherwise, he wouldn't pick up the call. So I simply told him I wanted to chat. And to my surprise, he agreed. And so on the 26th of January, we had the call you're about to see. And mind you, I'm expecting him sort of to deny everything, like who would take credit for this. Well, Ice would, I guess.
Very nice of Ice. He left 10%, chat.
It looks like the coin got rugged. You know anything about that?
Not rugged, but
Well, someone pulled all the liquidity out. That's a rug, right?
that would be a rug, yes. But there is still liquidity in there.
40K got left and 300K got ripped out or something like that?
Yeah, that is exactly what happened.
Right. Are you laughing? Is that funny?
No.
You're hearing this right. He's admitting he took out 90% of the money, but
Melbourne?
that's not a rug pull, apparently. He had to do it after all. The crypto markets were crashing. And if he didn't take out the money, who would?
The crypto market is crashing and $300,000 is in there. There's two options, right? Leave the money in there, and then if BNB goes down to like $100, the money goes to shit anyways.
Hard
Or
to chat for
I
ice
can
for this.
take it, and the money
That's actually
is
huge.
not just going to dust.
The
And
money
I
would have
still- and I
the money
still
would have
need-
never gone to dust. I mean, it just would go back to the investors when they sold out, when you told them, hey guys, I'm no longer interested in this project. I wipe my hands of it. You know, you got your 50K in, you got your 50K out, you're good, right? You didn't deliver. This is not your money. I can't believe you keep thinking of it as your money that's going away. That's your investors' money, and it should be their decision what they do with it.
Okay, I mean, that's a fair point.
That's a fair point. Yet, despite all these fair points I kept making, every time ICE got cornered about the fact that he was basically stealing from his investors, he slowly pivoted his language from, oh, this isn't a rug pull, to more like, well, the investors deserved it. He said, they believe too much in his project and his word.
They're, like, part of the responsibility is on them as well for being, you know, like putting too much emotion into it.
Now, look, I want to be clear. I agree that investing in any influencer coin is idiotic, but the logic here seems to be insane. They believed me, so it's okay I scammed them? I asked ICE about this.
I don't know if you're trying to say they deserve it. You're saying they owe some responsibility. I agree they owe some responsibility, but do they deserve to get ripped off?
No, I mean,
Look, stupid is what stupid does. Hell yeah, they deserve to get ripped off. If you're investing in CX coin, I get Face Jarvis, right? If you're investing in CX coin, bro, you're an idiot. Kappa123's in the chat. You're an idiot, man.
nobody deserves that.
It's just
I mean,
what
I don't-
happened, though.
Like I said, sometimes you have to look out for yourself. I don't really know how else you want me to put it. I mean,
Chat, the markets are crashing, okay? ICE was looking out for himself. I don't see anything wrong on this.
if you, I mean, you could say it in all these different ways to make it sound as horrible as possible. And you know what? I can agree with you on some of those things. I just don't like to put it in those specific ways because it makes it sound like that was the intention from the start, which it wasn't.
And there it is, the final refuge of every scammer. I started with good intentions. I meant to do the right thing. But I kept reminding Ice Poseidon or Paul or whatever, like his excuses made no sense because it wasn't as if the money was gone. It wasn't as if it had vanished. He still had it and could return it at any point. He doesn't have to go down
No,
as
he
the
can't. He bought a
scammer.
Tesla.
I don't know why you're acting like it has to end with like you being the bad guy here. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. I'm trying to like get you to return the money because it's 100% still available and you could do that. So that's what I'm not understanding is I want to get to that point. I don't think we're going to get there.
If you want the answer, yeah, I could give the money back. It is within my power. But I'm going to look out for myself and not do that. I don't like know what else to say. That's just the most honest answer.
Now, I do believe he's being honest here. I believe this is the most mask off anybody's ever been on my channel. Most of the time when you get these guys on the phone, they just try to deflect and dodge. I don't think that's happening here. ICE is being 100% transparent, and I realized it was a unique opportunity to get the full story of how these scams work. ICE
Yoinkies.
Poseidon proceeded to walk me through the details on exactly how long it takes to whip up an influencer scam like this and the profits you can expect from it.
Can you tell me how much money you made off this? I'll just call it a scam. I know you don't want to call it a scam, but it is a scam. So what did you make off this?
Well, I got 55% and then 45% went to my developers. So I don't know, probably like 300,000.
Nice. What a good profit from doing
Damn, dude. 300 G's. Damn. The other 45% probably went to scuff Steve Jobs. Dude, what the fuck, man?
I mean, how long did you work on this project? Like seriously, how long did you work? I'm just curious.
Well, like you said, it was a fork, so I don't know, a couple weeks.
What do you plan to do with the money?
Whoa! Dude, if ICE made $300,000 in 2 weeks, bro, what can I do? I already scammed you guys enough, though. I sold merch.
Invest into crypto, Ethereum mainly.
Well, there you have it. For 2 weeks of work, forking someone else's program, you can get $300,000, which annualized is a pay rate of $7.8 million per year if he would just scam every 2 weeks. It's
Yeah,
not
but you
hard
can't
to
just
see the
you can't do that. Like, that's not how it fucking works. Dude.
obviously, but
you can't milk the
what blew
cow every
my
2
mind
weeks.
is that he hadn't gotten away with this. Like, he got caught red-handed, and somehow I guess I was just expecting him to go, oh, well, okay, I guess I'll return the money now. But no, he just kept doubling down.
You are deciding to do the shitty thing. You know that, and you're still doubling down.
I am doubling down. Do you not agree, though, some of the responsibility is on people who, if you're still holding something that
If you're in this position, chat, I mean, like, you might as well just double down and just shot call it and be like, you know what, fuck it, I did it, I looked out for myself, I bought a Tesla, boo-hoo, who gives a fuck?
inactive for months, like, sure, okay, maybe they, you know, have faith in me, whatever, but that's not a good...
That's your fans, dude. That's your fans. These are people who followed you since they were kids. They admire you. They look up to you.
No, these are guys that were following him since they were like 23, and now they're 30.
That's the people you're saying, well, that's their fault.
I honestly couldn't believe what he was saying here. Not that he didn't care. You know, I'm kind of used to that. But he clearly expects zero consequences for his actions, right? And this made me think that at least part of the reason for this might be
Yeah, ISIS fans, dude, they're all hate watchers.
because stories like Save the Kids, which got huge press, ultimately nothing happened. Don't get me wrong. It's important to get these stories out there anyway. But you have to understand the inner workings of the greedy influencer. When you don't have law enforcement consequences for what is essentially theft and fraud, you end up with people like Ice Poseidon realizing they can do the same without consequence. And I'm not merely speculating here. This clip you're about to watch is of Ice Poseidon discussing with his partner, Moises, what happened to Sam Pepper, one of the leaders of Save the Kid. They don't talk as if he's a cautionary tale, but instead as if Sam Pepper had won, as if Sam Pepper had beat the system. He stole money and he got away with it.
I mean, I did watch that CoffeeZilla video. I think Sam's a fucking millionaire now. So I think he still succeeded me, although he got it in a very poor way. He made off like a bandit, bro.
Sam's probably a fucking nowhere, like, probably had like 3 million crypto.
If-
The dude broke his lease.
If you got a
on his Tesla, the dude paid like, what was it, 10 stacks to break his lease.
I don't know. Yeah, if you're breaking your lease and leaving the country, I mean, you
flew first class
I mean,
to Europe.
if he really felt the need to do all that, then he probably made plenty of money.
I heard
Sam Pepper scammed people, but because he did it without going to jail, he's successful. He got away with it. That's how these people think. So is it any wonder when Ice Poseidon is caught also stealing money, his response is, oh, well, I'm just going to look out for number one. It's their fault for getting scammed. They shouldn't have believed me. He's just so obviously not
Rob, get
afraid
the
of getting
fuck out of
caught.
my chat.
And why would he? In fact, I asked him about this fact, whether these things should
Rob,
be
I'm going through a
prosecuted,
lot right now.
and
My
he
old
seemed
boss
to think
went through
that
some
this was
shit.
A wild idea.
Do you think the FBI should get involved with cases like this, or like the SEC, or do you think like people like you should be prosecuted?
No.
I can't say this enough. These guys aren't scared. They think they can do whatever they want.
Oh my god, I gotta make an OTK coin or something. I gotta get into this shit, dude.
Take $300,000, another $200,000, another $250K, and walk away, and screw you. What are you going to do about it? Oh, and by the way, in case you thought that this was just a matter of Ice Poseidon messing up once, I actually found old clips of him admitting to what seems to be some kind of credit card phishing scam.
I fished credit cards back when I was younger, dude. I didn't do anything with the credit cards because I was like afraid of going to jail.
But that time, he didn't
Guess
go
who's
through
going
it
to jail
because
tonight?
he was afraid of the consequences. Well, that was then and this was now, and now he's not scared anymore. Ultimately, this whole conversation between me and Ice ended with us just sort of going in circles. Me pointing out that what he was doing was ethically wrong, him telling me that he agreed, but he essentially doesn't care. And I felt sort of like a
Wait, his partner manager's in chat or whatever? I'm innocent! I'm still 50K in credit card debt? Dude, you did it, and you probably were 300K in credit card debt, and now you're only 50 fucking K. Welcome, dude. Congratulations. You're almost seeing the fucking light, man. You're almost there. Hey, how are you partnered in chat? How are you a partner? Jesus. Wait, Ice, are you there?
failure afterwards, to be honest. I didn't achieve my goal of having Ice Poseidon return the money to his victims. However, a few hours afterwards, Ice Poseidon DM'd me one last time. He told me, He wasn't going to give all the money back, but
I'm telling my devs to use the buyback function to pull 155K into liquidity. That'll leave it with nearly 200K. That's, oh, nice.
he was planning to give a little bit of it back, 155,000. Now I want to be clear about this. Giving back $155,000 is better than nothing. It's good for the investors who hopefully will withdraw their money as soon as watching this video. But it's so obviously a last-minute Hail Mary for whatever is left of his reputation.
Ooh, good reference right there. Good reference.
It's kind of pathetic. I mean, to be clear, he's still keeping the bulk of the money. He knows that, and he knows that we know that. Remember, this still leaves him with taking $200,000 from the project at the start, another $250,000 from the marketing wallet.
Gotta save a Tesla. Gotta buy a Tesla.
And then $300,000 from the liquidity pool, of which he's saying, okay, I'll return $155,000. I don't know what this is supposed to demonstrate. Are people supposed to all of a sudden applaud as he gives a small fraction of what he took? Except, wait a minute, I just checked. Ice Poseidon doesn't even seem like he can do that much. After DMing me, I went to the Telegram and his admin updated everyone and said, we just finished a buyback of over 120 BNB rocket emoji, which is not $155,000. It's only $40,000. Now, whether Ice Poseidon has actually
The markets are crashing. Doesn't this guy get it?
plans to put the rest in, or oh
Come
my
on,
gosh, return
dude.
the full amount.
He just bought
I
a
really
Tesla.
doubt it. It's just amazing
He's got a
to
family.
see that Ice seems to be doing this only because he got caught, sort of got interrogated for 30 minutes, and faces reputational damage, yet he still can't muster the moral courage, or at least fear, to return the small fraction of money he promised. And so to close this, look, I'll be honest, in my opinion, Ice Poseidon is not a good person. I don't think he regrets anything or feels bad about any of this. And I think the unfortunate conclusion many
can't listen to
other
this part.
influencers will come to when looking at this is that Ice, like Sam Pepper, has finally made it. He's succeeded in the influencer game. He's gotten away with it. Or has he? There may still be ways to prevent stuff like this from happening. There are two things you can really do. Number one, you can share this video so more people become aware of what Ice did.
Ooh.
And get more eyeballs on it. But two, if anyone was scammed by CX Coin and lost money, they can report their losses to icy3.gov, linked below.
Bro, it was IC2 and now it's IC3, bro.
This is the FBI submission portal if you've been defrauded or wronged. And if enough people report things like this,
This is
there's a
getting
chance
crazy.
people will be brought to justice. I just hope it happens sooner than later. That way I'll stop hearing about how influencers like Sam Pepper made it. Until then, all I can do is report, dig, and investigate.
Guys, we have to share, comment, and like on this video in order to get traction so the FBI takes down Ice Poseidon. Why are you not condemning Ice? Bro, shut the fuck up, PewDiePie. It's just like, bro, dude, if you're... Imagine getting involved in CX Coin in 2022, thinking that it's a good idea. What, dude, he's gonna do an RV trip number 9? Like, you're so dumb.